Hello guys, it's Yuti here. Today I plan to cover the next set of cards that are released part of the Violet Horde. Now I'm planning to cover this on a weekly basis, so all the weeks that were released in the past week. So with that said, let's jump into the cards. The first set of cards that we're going to look at is from the Warlock, right? I don't know, the old school players would have known Godfrey. Now we have the same Godfrey but with a new mechanic, right? Of course, the jailbreaking mechanic, if you will. Now, what is that card? Godfrey the Betrayer, right? Start of game. Overdrawn cards return to your hand when you have space. They cost one less. What a cool card, right? When I saw this, I was like mind blown actually, because not overdrawing and just drawing as you like, just ripping through your deck, as they say, is fun, right? You don't need to worry about it at all, because at some point you're going to get it to your hand, and not only that, you're going to get a mana cheat on top of it. Now, if that is not cool, what is? So bear with me. Like, you can see the new Godfrey and the old Godfrey. What does the old Godfrey say? Lord Godfrey. It was, I think, released in the Witchwood expansion. Deal 2 damage to all other minions. This battle cry. If any die, repeat the battle cry. So it was like such an iconic card for me, at least in my mind. It felt iconic because it was defile plus, right? If you did not defile, I'll put that here as well. So it was such a cool card. I know I'm going to the wild territory. I'm taking a detour with your permission, of course. So it's just to share my excitement, right? Now this same card is coming in as our new Lord Godfrey the Betrayer, right? Jailbreaking Hearthstone. If you look at the other hand size cards in Wild that were part of Standard in the past, obviously, you can look at Dark Alley Pact, right? Summon a Fiend with Taunt and stats equal to your hand size. That is one card. Then Abyssal Summoner. Summon a Demon with Taunts and stats equal to your hand size. Entitled Customer, deal damage equal to your hand size to all other minions. And then Valdris, increase your maximum hand size to 12, draw 4 cards. Now, how cool, like those were the hand size mechanics that I could gather in my research. Of course, I'm sorry if I missed some of them, but I think I have covered most of it. Now, this was the hand size mechanic Hearthstone team had explored in the past. So again, these are not releasing; these are wild cards. Okay, I just took a detour. So this is just to show context to you. Now, Fire of Solitude, which the card, that's a new card that we already saw. I'm just bringing into perspective because we have Godfrey the Betrayer, right? Now you can understand the context of this location, 5 mana, 2 durability location. Summon a demon with stats equal to your hand size. It attacks random enemy minion. So you can compare that with Dark Alley Pact in the past. Summon a Fiend with taunt and stats equal to your hand size. Like, you can see that there's a uptick in power, right? In a way, because this is a 5 mana location, has 2 durability, and your hand size is better than ever before. It's going, but of course, all the cards in the standard have increased in power. So, but I just wanted to give a comparison to you guys. Now, if you want to go a little more into the past, again, I know I'm taking a detour. It's Handlock, right? At least it was my favorite deck at that time. One of my favorites. So, Mountain Giant costs 1 less for each other card in your hand. Handlock was in the classic in a way, right? With this, not in a way, it was there, and then they explored it over the expansions, and now we have more of it, but with a jailbreak and twist. So my final verdict for Godfrey the Betrayer is 4 stars out of 5. It's a well-designed card, interesting jailbreaking mechanic and stuff. Something Hearthstone has never explored before. What a cool expansion, right? Hearthstone is just getting better and better. It feels like the days of classic, to be honest. Like the exploration aspect, the entire mechanic, which is like such a cool way to explore the game and stuff. Kudos to Team 5. Okay, the next card is Unseen Atlas. Draw 3 cards. Costs 1 less for each card in your hand. So it's counting itself. So it's 9 mana, not technically 10 mana if you see your hand size. And if your hand is full, so you will have like 9 cards plus this. So it's 0 mana, draw 3, which is not bad. So I would say it's an interesting card, but yeah. So in this deck, I will give it a 3 stars. Next card, Shadow Rounds. This is what mirrors our old Lord Godfrey, right? Not mirrors, I would say the mechanic, the essence of it. Deal 2 damage to enemy minion. If it dies, cast it on the other random enemy minion. So it's like kind of an aggro counter, right? Like, but it's very conditional, like 2 health or less, and then it will jump on to the next one, right? In a way, it's like having a mini Lord Godfrey as a spell, right? So this one gets a 2 star because it's a very restrictive and conditional in its board clear. It's not very flexible like Defile. Okay, next card is Caged Cranium. Taunt. So it's 3 mana, 3/1. Taunt, Battle Cry, gain 1 health for each card in your hand. So if you, at the best case, if you play on turn 3, right, it might be, I think, like around 3/6 taunt, right, on an average. It's I would say a 2-star card. So the next card is a neutral card. I know I said we will cover the Warlock cards. I think that's the end of the Warlock, but I'm just taking a step to go to the neutral because it is, I feel like, at least most relevant to Warlock, right? This is a 5 mana 3 durability location, Zuramat's Prison. Choose a card to discard to summon a 5/5 taunt, right? It can be done thrice. Death Rattle, free Zuramat who plays 1 each turn. So again, like a fantastic card. One that stands out for me is Maloriak. I don't know, the names are very quite difficult, to be honest. It is your 7 mana 7/7 dragon released in Cataclysm for Warlock. What does it do? After you discard a minion, summon a copy of it. So I was thinking, honestly, like myself and other you guys, if you have this card and collecting dust in your collection, I think this might be the right time to do some experimentation. It summons, every time you use a location, it summons a 5/5. So you are getting some tempo out of it, right? Whisper of the Void, it's called. Zuramat himself. So the Zuramat, the Obliterator, what does his card say? At the end of your turn, play a card discarded by Zuramat's Prison. So I think this will go on, but I don't know the limitation. Like if it is alive for more than a few turns, like does it keep on randomly picking from the cards we discard or something? Not sure, but very, very interesting card, right? Don't you agree? To rate this card, it's a little bit difficult only. In this entire expansion has been quite difficult to rate. For example, right, Vanessa, I was quite wrong. I gave her 1 star. But after place testing, and I even wrote an article, I'll link it in the description. I would say it's like a 3-star card, a 3 to 4 star, I would say. But it's one of my favorite cards in recent memory, though. So in terms of like the design and stuff, 5 stars. So anyway, coming back, this card, I would say a 2-star for this one because tough to evaluate. And these kinds of cards need some playtesting, but from the initial impressions, I would say a 2-star. So we are all familiar with no minion Demon Hunter. Now how about we go to Shaman for that? And a little more because Jailbreak. Now Mug Z is a 6 mana 6/1, your classic ogre stats. Start of game, if your deck has no other minions, get Mug's hero power. If it has no spells, get Z's. Now, what are those hero powers? They are here. Mug's magic, passive. Your first minion each turn costs 2 less. Z's might, passive. Every 5th minion you play triggers its battle cry twice. For the Mug's magic, right? Your first minion you play each turn that costs 2 less. So you're supposed to have spells that give you minions which will get a discount. I think in the future they're going to support a lot of cards that you can generate, right? The minions you can generate to play. But right now, these are the cards that are available. So you have Blazing Invocation, discover a battle cry minion, it costs 1 less. And then you have Mountain Map, discover a minion with a type that you haven't played, and so on. So these are the 2 cards. So that you can combo with the Mux Magic. First minion each turn cost 2 less. I'm hoping that Blizzard will be obviously supporting this archetype by printing spells that will generate, or spells or any other mechanic other than like having just minions. We can put it into this particular deck. So the last card we are going to take a look at is Lotus Kingpin. Now you always go second. Battle Cry. Pick an upgraded counterfeit to replace your coins this game. Get 2. I mean, like, has coin ever been repurposed like this? I don't remember. If you let me know if you think. I think it's a completely new jailbreak. Very, very interesting card for Rogue, right? 6 mana, 6/3. Same stat line as the old card. Again, I'm taking a D2 to the wild. Blackpaw. Right? It was a tri-class card, if I remember correctly. Battlecry and Death Rattle, summon a Jade Golem. That was her primary ability at that time. Now she's like changing your coins role in the game. Now, so okay. Now, before I jump into the coins, in a way, I would say she goes well with Vanessa also, because Lotus Kingpin making you or forcing you go second gives you a coin which you can then like a kind of combo with Vanessa the Ringleader. So that was an interesting observation that I learned yesterday. Now, coming to the coins, right? You have the grimy coin, gain 1 mana, crystal this turn only, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. 0 mana, it's okay, you know, it's just like a small clear. It doesn't go face, so it's fine. And then you have Cabal coin, gain 1 mana, crystal this turn only, the same theme, get a random 1-cost Kazakus spells. Now for the Kazakus spells, we will see called a lesser potion, right? Create a 1-cost spell. You have Heart of Fire, which we all look forward to, deal 3 damage. Then you have Nether Bloom, summon a 2/2 demon. Then Shadow Oil, add a random demon to your hand. King's Blood, draw a card. Then Golden Thorn, give your minions +2 health. Ice Cap, freeze a random enemy minion. Fell Bloom, deal 2 damage to all minions. Usually we look for Fell Bloom, or at least I look for Fell Bloom and Heart of Fire a lot of times, because the cheap 1 mana board clear and a single point damage as well can go face, you know. But we generally have so many combinations, so we end up either getting one or the other or neither. But sometimes we high roll to get both. So that's about the Kazakus potions. The next coin is the Jade coin. Gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. Summon a Jade Golem. Now, if you had remember, it's an ever larger band, right? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. As you keep playing the golems, they will just keep getting bigger. Now, it is like a scaling card, right? And I saw new artwork for it as well. It looks great, by the way. Have a look. Now, how do you generate coins? Right now, we have Agent of the Old Ones. Battlecry, choose a card in your hand to transform into a coin. That is 1 card. Then, of course, on the latest expansion, which we just saw, Deadly Bribe. Destroy a minion, give your opponent a coin. Combo, you get 1/2. So this is another way to get coin. Then, but the biggest and most, like I would say, in terms of value, if you want to get a lot of coins, it is going to be Hooktail, right? The Pirate Dragon, Time Admiral Hooktail. Bad guy, summon a 0/8 chest for your opponent. It's full of coins. Now you destroy that and you can do it. And then, of course, there is a neutral minion. I'm not sure if you're aware. Time Skipper. At the end of each player's turn, give them a coin. I'm not sure whether you're going to play this card, but I'm just saying these were the ways to generate the coin. So, a very interesting set of cards that we saw today. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. Let me know which cards resonate with you in the comments below. Thank you for watching.